All right, whenever you're ready, Ken, go ahead and fire away.
Was this just carrying over what you kind of had going in the last game? Or, I mean, when do you kind of, as a shooter, know when it's going to be one of those nights?
I think you don't know, but just putting in the preparation and everything like that, you just keep shooting and they're going to fall. And, yeah, they were falling tonight.
I mean, you hit those three, the 1-3, second 3, third 3 to start the game, and you just had to feel at that point that you weren't going to be missing much.
Yeah, I mean, when the first one goes in, it's a lot easier to make the rest of them, but, you know, it was good. I don't know. Gee, I don't know what else to say.
For either one of you guys, just how important was it to finally get back in the win column?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to win. It's nice to have a win now. With this, we can build momentum for the last stretch of the season.
Amaya, what's it like seeing somebody as hot as Grace was tonight?
It is great, and to have it 2 games in a row, literally, it's just like fine G. I know she had to be like all my assists, so.
She's getting the ball in the perfect spot.
Shout out
so.
G for real.
I mean, you've seen some good freshman performances. Mara has 2 of the 3 highest scoring games ever by a freshman. I think Grace is his 3rd.
And then, did she just broke a record? Yeah.
Yeah, she's 3rd, so.
Yeah.
Made that free throw, he was going to tie it.
Oh, shoot.
What was going for you guys on offense tonight? What was clicking?
G.
I think our movement. Like, we talked a lot about movement and coming behind on offense and just, like, playing with each other. And that helps us to make shots and get open looks. So that definitely helps.
So
My answer is still G.
and Janae, no. She
Yeah,
gets
no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everybody was clicking. G got heated, and then Dally got heated, Nay got heated, and a lot of it had to do with what she was saying. We were being active on penetration and finding the windows.
Yeah.
I think all 5 starters in double figures, though, so there was balance there, too.
Oh, that's good.
For
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when we attack to score, again, we get really good looks. So that's what we've been working on.
What was it again?
When we attack to score
Right.
and draw people and get good looks. So that helps us.
Offensively, too, you guys took care of the ball. That's going to be something that's super important going forward. What was the key to that?
I think we were just being careful with our passes. They play an aggressive zone and occasional press. They pressed us this game. And so just ball faking, making sure we're making the right passes, checking our passes. I think well, at least for me, it went back down to the fundamentals that Connie P teaches.
Yeah, talking about active with the ball and being a ready passer and shooter every time you catch it. So.
Gigi, pink game, you know, you go out there and put out a performance, you know, how important is a game like this, wearing the pink uniform? Obviously we're doing the auction, but having a performance like that, obviously we hope that people go and bid on your uniform, but what's this game mean to you guys?
Yeah, it's super important. It's a great cause. And I think everybody, like, I think we all had a sign when we were standing in the
National
line.
anthem line.
Yeah, national anthem line. So I think it's a great cause, and I have my family here. I think everyone else had a lot of people here just to support that, and it's super important that we put on a good show and got a W for that. So.
That third quarter kind of changed this game from a game that you were winning to a game that was not going to be lost. I mean, what was the key to that coming out, other than G hitting the first 3 of the shot of the quarter? But I mean, the second, not letting them back in the game. I guess what was the key to that?
Definitely our defense, keeping the ball out of the paint, helping each other, being in the gaps, and then from that, communicating and bringing energy and just making sure we're lifting each other up and staying up.
Yeah, Coach just reminded us that it's within us, and we have to be the ones to change the things we were doing on defense, and I think we did a little bit of that. I mean, obviously we still have a lot of work to do, but yeah.
It's been a while since you guys had this feeling. I mean, how nice is it to have this feeling in the locker room?
Yeah, it's good to have a win, but we can still bring energy, we can still do all the things, whether we win or lose, so tonight that we build off of this.
So Janae had her first 3 of the season tonight. I know everyone's really
That was the
excited.
first one?
She was-
I swear she's hit one
She
before.
was doing this all
Are you
game,
sure?
so I made sure to do
It
that
might be-
when
might
she
be her
hit that
second,
one.
but I think it might be her first. So is there something to like the contagious, feeling to a game like that? Obviously Janae was right at the end of the game, right? The game wasn't in the balance by any means, but how does that happen from the contagious standpoint? Obviously Janae getting into it, all 5 starters at double figures.
Yeah, I think it just goes back to energy, and energy is super infectious, and we were having energy from the beginning, from our walkthrough to our, warm-up to the game, and it just kept going and it kept spreading.
Yeah, and then Janae's like the biggest hype man we have, so I think we were all hyped for her, and we know that can happen more often. So.
I wanted to ask you about Mallory. I mean, it's not going to be many games where she scores like 30 points, but you kind of, I mean, is she the most steady player like on this team? I mean, you always know she's going to get about 10, 12 points. You always know she's going to get 8, 10 rebounds. I mean, just talk about that reliability.
Yeah.
Go.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Dally's been super reliable, even from last season. You always know you're going to get, like you said, that was 12 to 15 points, and she's always going to get bored. She's always going to work hard.
She has those hustle plays.
Yeah, she has the hustle play, so we always know we're going to get great work ethic and all that from Dal.
Good
Crazy.
minutes from Cesano today too.
Yeah, great minutes. She had those 2 rebounds on those free throws. Really gave us a lot of energy in that third
One
quarter
turned into a
stretch.
4-point play.
Yeah,
Mhm.
incredible.
Grace, have you started a game like that, 8 for 8? It was the official start of this game.
I don't know that I have. It's cool.
Well, now you have.
Awesome, you good, Ken?
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Whose jersey's going for the most?
Right now it's Mara.
Mara's.
It's right around
I was about to say, it's
$1,000.
gotta be-
Yeah, it gotta be Mara.
We'll have Coach up in just a second, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Mine.
I want that. We're all good. I got it live.
Oh, okay, perfect.
The boxes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I got Coach Plitzuweit here. We'll start with a quick opening statement, and then we'll fire away questions.
Well, first of all, I thought our young ladies played with a lot of toughness. We certainly have been struggling in a lot of ways recently, and I thought probably the sign that was the best sign for us overall, not that we just scored the ball better and we took care of the ball better, but I thought we defended better in the third quarter. Now, granted, I think that we gave up some shots that they missed, so maybe we have to go back and still readjust, but showed a lot of toughness, and that's really good for us, certainly moving forward. We had a lot of the young ladies, I thought, step up and play at a very high level today, make a lot of good things happen for us.
Questions?
When you're coaching a shooter and you see that shooter make their first 3 threes of the game, do you kind of have a feeling it's going to be one of those games?
Yeah, you try to find ways. Then they change some of their responsibilities in their zone. You're trying to find ways, and then they play a little bit of man too, trying to find ways to get her some more opportunities to get shots, because obviously she's making them at a very high level. But she shot the ball. We had some shooting groups yesterday, and our coaches said it was the best she's ever shot it that they remember. So, I think again, doing little things well and it pays off for you. But now we got to be consistent in doing that.
I think it's tied for the third most points ever scored by a freshman here at the U. you've been coaching a long time. Can you remember very many games where a freshman was more effective and more
Yeah.
efficient?
Probably not, no. I think that's a pretty special game for anybody, much less to do that, when it's your first year. So that's a pretty special game. I thought Mallory got some good shots. I think she struggled to make some of them early, and then even passed up a good look in the second half. I can't remember, I think it was in the third quarter. Came out, there was a media timeout, and I think she had probably at least 2 or 3 coaches tell her, you can't pass up shots, we need you to hunt shots, that's a good look for you. And then came back and hit her next 2, and then got the big offensive rebound and 1 scenario. So good to see her, play, and she does what she does, and she plays a lot of toughness, but to see her come back after struggling to hit a couple shots and then hunt some was really good to see.
I mean, but the balance, all 5 starters, double figures. As the player said, the team was attacking the score tonight.
Yeah, and we made better decisions with it, but I also think we've been learning from some of the situations that haven't gone our way, and then carried some of those lessons forward, and that's going to be important for us moving forward, certainly. I thought Janae played and made a lot better decisions, still struggled with some of it, but made much better decisions with it, and made free throws at a really high level, and played, attacked and did a lot of good things. I thought Maya did a lot of good things for us on both ends of the court. I thought Sophie, who wasn't feeling great, played through and showed a lot of toughness to do that. I thought Maggie came in the game and probably played, I thought she played great minutes for us, maybe some of the best minutes she's played, if not the best minutes all year for us. So I thought she gave us a really big boost as well. So, and then I think AJ and Nia came in, and they're continuing to battle and do really good things for us and help us on both ends of the court and understanding. Sometimes it's not just that AJ had a really good possession late in some screening action for us, and Janae got to the rim, but just by her emptying the lane and making, creating some other actions makes it tougher to see where help's coming from. So little things that don't necessarily show up in a stat sheet, hey, I set a good screen, that doesn't show up, but, learning and doing a really good job in some of those scenarios.
At the halftime, you guys had a comfortable 9-point lead, but they were shooting well enough to still be in the game. The third quarter changed things dramatically. What did you say? Did you change anything up, or did they just come out and play better defense?
Well, we have to try something. We tried a couple things that were a little bit different, and got maybe a little longer warm up. But I think it's just an awareness, and we really struggled in ball screens early in the game. Made an adjustment to switch them, and then that gave us something, but then they tried to pick on us in different scenarios, pick on our post kids and drive by them, or pick on our perimeter kids and post them up, and so everything you do, there's a counter to it, and I thought that at least we were working to battle and carry things over from other games and what we've learned in different lessons, and so, but that's not really what, we're not necessarily put in the best positions all the time, but what we were doing wasn't working, so we had to make some adjustments. And so, to our players' credit, I thought they did a really good job of that in the third and the fourth quarters.
Grace's 13 threes in the last 2 games. Have you seen kind of a steady crescendo to her freshman season as she's gotten more and more comfortable?
I think so. I think she's getting more confident, not just in shooting, but just confident in being a communicator for us and helping be a leader on the court in this situation, because she has the ability. She has a very high basketball IQ. She's a tough kid. I also think she's getting a little bit healthier. She's kind of tweaked her ankle a while ago, and it's been bothering her for quite some time. And you wouldn't know because we haven't told anybody, and I think she's getting healthy again now, so that's good to see too.
It had been a while, I think, since January, since you guys had won a game. How important was it just to have that feeling in the locker room of hard work being rewarded?
Yeah, it's certainly really, really important for us. You can talk about doing little things well and developing the confidence to do that, but when you experience it and you see it come to fruition, it's a whole different thing. And so that was really important for us. We've been grinding and getting after it and trying and battling, but possessions haven't gone our way enough, to come out on top, and so certainly a really good feeling. And I think just we had a really good day yesterday. We had a great shoot around this morning. We had an opportunity to listen to Ashley, who's a breast cancer survivor, to tell her story about perseverance and hope and courage and all those type of things. And Dr. Deep talked to us about the research, and it takes years to publish And now you have to trust the process. Well, those are all important messages. So is that a part of it? It doesn't hurt. You know, those are messages outside of basketball, certainly still apply to basketball. So we thank them because we'll give them credit. That's great. And they did a good job. But those are lessons outside of basketball, you know, and that was really fun for us, that a little bit of team building and team bonding with that too.
And finally, for me, taking care of the ball. You had talked about, I mean, you guys really took care of the ball.
We did.
Tonight.
Yeah, we did a much better job, you know, and even the ones that we didn't, I think in the moment maybe we said, hey, well, what am I supposed to do? But then they knew and made adjustments after that point in time. So I thought there was a stretch late in the third quarter that they extended their pressure. We took care of it, we broke it, but then they were forcing us, they were really trying to get some pressure within their half-court zone and really get out to us and make us play fast. And we did. We took really quick shots during the last probably maybe it was a minute and a half, 2 minutes of the third quarter. And so then, you know, understanding, you know, we asked them at the media timeout or in between the quarters was, why are they doing that? Well, they want to play fast. They're trying to get back into the game and make us play fast. That doesn't mean that we have to play fast. What do we want to take? Open threes with primary shooters or something around the rim. But kind of short corner shots may not be the ones right now that are as high percentage as we can get a little bit later. So we may have to pass on some of those early offense. And so I thought we did a much better job of that. So that's an understanding piece. And it maybe isn't just taking care of the ball, but it's getting high percentage shots. And that's a part of it too for us.
Gonna go? Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see, you go ahead and end it for me. You can just put it in that back closet, okay?
Okay.